Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Piccadilly. Now, you might be thinking, why am I showing you a picture of the station? There's nothing happened here for quite a while, because I want to show you something. Panning across, panning across, panning across, going into New Mills, and immediately you'll see there's a difference. The track has partly been ballasted, but now I'll take you in a bit closer. Yes. The station has had some fine detailing. Not everything's there yet, but we're getting there. People keep saying on the comments how the station's coming to life, and I keep thinking in my mind, well, it needs some people to come to life. So I thought, why not? So I've got some of the seats, which just happen to be the right sort, which I bought for Piccadilly, but hey, they work, so why not use them? So obviously there's people. I've made some signs, if I can get you in there a bit closer. Just going to zoom in, there you go. So New Mills Central, and on the lampposts. Cannon across. If I go to one side, you'll see the sign for New Mills Central and Platform 2. And there's another one just there, and I have to say they were incredibly fiddly to do. Zooming out again, bear with, there you go. They were incredibly fiddly because I had to do them in a software package on the iPad and do them as if they're like 4 times the size, 5 times the size, and then shrink them down. But I'm quite pleased with the way they've turned out. Now, you might be looking at the ballast now and thinking, oh my life, worry not, it'll be fine. Yes, it's wet. Yes, it does look green. And the reason for that is because in the normal glue mix, I've mixed up some burnt umber and I put some black in it. No, you didn't, John, you put green in it. No, I put black in it. And my latest batch of black emulsion, when you look at it, it's green, but when it dries in its pure sense, if I just painted black just straight out the pot, it would go black, excuse the shadows, like that. Okay, and you wouldn't doubt that's black, but it does go green if I use it for anything else. Now, a lot of that liquid is green and it will soak in anyway, but it sent the track brown, and most trackies are sort of browny colour with the sleeper grime type colour, but I will spray with the airbrush a bit of grey over the top just to tone that down a bit, because it is gone a very brown colour, particularly some of these areas here. But as you can see now, that point is in and done. I didn't want to ballast these points just yet because I'm going to have to make a radical decision about these. The point motors that I've been using are surface mounted point motors, and I experimented with the Pico PL10s. Zooming you back, bear with, come with, trying to go very slowly on that scissor crossing just there. And there is a PL10 in each of the 4 corners and another one on the left hand point there. You might just be able to make out a surface mounted point on the right, which I've hopefully is cleverly disguised. But the PL10s are not working that well. If anybody's got any ideas why, the reason is sometimes they throw beautifully and sometimes they don't seem to have enough power to get from one side to the other, and they spring, leaving the track in the middle. So I've got to keep an eye on it when I use those, which is defeating the point of the object really. So I've made a decision. What I'm going to do on these 2 points is I am going to use the surface mounted ones, and obviously put one here and one just there, and I'll do my old trick of sort of disguising over the top. So it won't be quite so obvious. It'll be there, and it's not the most ideal, but I'll do my best to get rid of it. Okay, so you know, I can't afford to keep buying new stuff all the time, as I'm sure everybody understands. We've only got so much money coming in the house, and like I keep saying, with recent developments over the past few months, I've got to be very, very careful. And not only that, I've got one of the 50s coming out soon from Dapol, and I want to pay for that. So, you know, I'm just got to be a little bit careful. And not only that, the TPE coaches are out there, and well, if you need to buy the TPE coaches, the Mark 5s, then you'll know how much they are. They're not cheap, but at the end of the day, they're going to be running into Manchester Piccadilly with a 68, so I've got to have them, haven't I? Anyway, that's probably going to be it for this moment. Thought I'd show you, it's about 3 hours later. I've stuck that bridge down now, by the way. I need to put a new top on it, because obviously that's not near acceptable. And I've had to ballast just inside there, hence it's a bit wet still in there, and also a little bit more ballast just at the side of the platform there. But you can see, actually, it's going to start to dry quite nicely. It's obviously nowhere close to being dry. It looks like the finished colour is going to be more like that, or that sandy colour, which will be fine, and that will take a darker spray or grey quite appropriately. All right. Since the last clip, I've also made that little shelter. So it's that's seen, apart from the signal at that end and one, oops, a bit of sharpness there, another signal there on platform 2, that platform is pretty much done, pretty much. I do want to put another couple of people on the bridge, or the pathway coming down from there, and maybe another person or so on the bridge. But I'm not fixing that footbridge down yet, because I'm not going to ballast the scissor crossing at the moment. Having 1 or 2 issues with it. The odd train here and there is stopping. If any of you know about scissor crossings, I've got Gauge Master frog juicers on it. So I'm trying to work out whether the problem's with the scissor crossing, or whether it's with individual trains, but because some trains go across it without any problems and others don't. And you know, it's always a bit of an issue. 150s are a bit of a problem with that. They all stop. So I'm trying to work out whether it just needs the 2 carriages wiring together, and then everything should be fine, because it's got a much broader base pickup then, doesn't it? But I'll have a think about that. If you've got any ideas, then please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. All right, anyway, I think I'm going to leave this video there for this time. Quite a short one this time round. I'm still making up my mind whether to go to the Worley Open Day tomorrow, in which case I won't have much time to do an awful lot more work. But on the other hand, I'll see how I feel in the morning, and we'll take it from there. Actually, I'll just turn the light off, and then you can see what this looks like at night. There we go. A lot more of a finished scene from night time. That's coming on rather nicely now. I'm really quite pleased with that. So, next stage. I'm going to, obviously I've got to wait until the ballast dries, then I'm going to scenic up part of this hill here. Can't go massively down the platform, because obviously I've got the building to go there, which will need to be scratched completely, because there's no way I'm going to be able to buy anything remotely like that. So that'll have to be completely scratch built, but we'll take it one step at a time. I do want to get New Mills completely finished at the station anyway. before I go back to Piccadilly. I might not do an awful lot more to the town scene this time round, but I will finish New Mill Station and obviously this bridge, and I think I'll go back and do another canopy on the main station. All right, anyway, hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.